Hi. So today I really wanted to talk about police officers. I am very, very passionate for police officers. I have so much to be grateful for in regards to the police. So I'm very, very passionate for the police and I really love them very much. That being said, I'm not blind to the fact that there are issues. And I do believe that the issue with the police officer goes way, way, way deeper than race. And I really believe that almost every single person in America feels that there's something that they're not quite able to trust police officers with, but they're not really actually able to articulate the problem or why they don't quite trust the police. And I really believe that the problem with the police officers is that they are human beings. And that's one of the reasons why reforming the police is quite tricky and is quite difficult because people are people. And every single person wants to be successful. Every person would like to be recognized for doing a good job. And every single person would like to be promoted and to be seen as, doing good. It's perfectly normal, perfectly natural. The problem is somebody or a police officer might feel very, very inclined to be so passionate about building their own career that they actually make an innocent person to become a criminal. Or say, for example, if somebody really genuinely makes a mistake and they become so completely caught up with the whole idea of being the person who takes down this or does that or whatever, they can find criminals where there aren't any criminals. And once again, I go back to my earlier videos, which the whole system of control always has to do with making criminals and making more rules and more regulations in order to make more criminals. So the police can be a very tyrannical group of people if they use their power to, instead of bringing justice to those who are true criminals and truly, um, they're not interested in stopping a life of crime. They just keep on going. If they turn from those people and they start harassing citizens that really truly want to do a good job, maybe they did something in their past, but they paid their dues and they kind of want to move on and all those things. So, and we definitely see even in movies and videos that there are times when somebody who gets busted by the police end up almost being forced into a kind of enslavement to be an informant or to do other things in order to keep the police off their backs. So there is a form of tyranny that is in the police enforcement, and any kind of tyranny, any kind of control, any kind of real bad abuse that human beings can come up with always have to do with law. So we definitely need police officers. We definitely need these amazing men who are incredible heroes and they do so much for our community. If we're nervous, we're scared, um, you know, who do we call? We call these really, really magnificent men and women who are there to protect and serve. And I know that sometimes I see a police officer and I just know that, that there's an angel by keeping everyone safe. But when you're looking at a real notorious criminal, one of the things that you're seeing is somebody who is absolutely trying to control their other fellow human beings, or they're ignoring the rights and the boundaries of other people. And so those criminals are really doing their best to control. And that's what really makes them creepy. That's what, makes them bad guys. So we always want to make sure that our police officers aren't bad guys who are just trying to find ways of controlling people in order to promote their own career. And how to make them accountable, I'm not entirely sure, but I really, really genuinely believe that that is what people are feeling. And of course, when you look at the matters of race, which is a really big thing right now, it's very, very difficult to spot true racism. But if there is true racism working in our police force, I would have to say that if the police officers have a tendency to look at African Americans or people of color of any kind a little bit more and have a little bit more scrutiny and to just wait until they make a mistake, then I really can believe that that would be a form of racism and a form of police tyranny against the black community or the colored community. So I really definitely think that it's very important for police officers to remember that in our Constitution, it's far better to let somebody go free who's guilty than to jail somebody who is innocent. And so I think that that really needs to be the pillar of our police officers. On the other hand, what I see right now is a kind of witch hunt against police officers. It's gotten better now, as far as what I can tell. But after George Floyd died, it felt like there was a huge witch hunt for police officers. And I was really, 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 really upset because I felt that the population was actually trying to tyrannize police officers with the same form of tyranny that I'm talking about is behind pretty much every other kind of tyranny, which is if you have the population overanalyzing police officers, looking for some kind of a mistake, or really trying to condemn police officers or making them criminals for things that they're doing that's just part of their job or something that they couldn't help or just a genuine error or mistake. We become the tyrants. The population and the mad mob becomes the tyrants. And then what you have is you have police officers who are completely bound. They cannot do anything. They can't catch bad guys. They can't move. Who would want to work underneath that kind of scrutiny? Very few people would actually want to live underneath that scrutiny. Nobody does. And so, my fear with the whole defund the police movement really has to do with putting those police officers underneath the kind of scrutiny that it's not going to help the police officers. It's not going to stop corruption. It won't stop racism. The only thing it'll do is beat down our police officers, and we definitely don't want to do that because they're really truly they're truly knights. They're truly the people who really serve and protect, and we have so much to be grateful to them for. So yes, but can police officers be tyrannical? Absolutely. And that is if they make innocent people criminals, then, they start focusing more on their own selfish desires to get ahead, to build a career, to become famous and superstar police officers, then you could definitely find corruption. And that is my feeling about the police.